Hello friends, today in this session we'll discuss about the Dehn subsets, novel Dehn subsets of metric space as well as separable subspace of metric space. Okay, so see definition of Dehn subset, Dehn set. Let XD be metric space, XD be metric space, then subset A of X, then subset A of X is dense in X if dense in X if A closure is equal to X. Every point of X is limit point of A. Novel dense set. A subset A of metric space X, A of metric space X, this novel dense in X, novel dense in X, if A closure its interior is equal to phi, and separable metric space or subspace of metric space XD is separable if it has countable Dehn subset. It has countable Dehn subset. It has some countable Dehn subset, then we say that metric space is dense. Example, in Ru, set of real number with respect to usual metric. Set of real number with respect to usual metric. We know that Q closure, set of rational numbers, is equal to set of Q complement, its closure, is equal to R. And this is also R closure. Therefore, Q complement means set of irrationals whole set are dense in Ru. Dense in metric space Ru. If I take say example in Cu, complex number with respect to usual metric, Q is equal to or Q plus IQ. If I take this set, what is this? A plus IB, where AB belongs to Q. Is such that Q plus IQ is closure. If I take the open sphere about any pair whose both coordinates are rational number, that contains pair in which rational irrational pair is also there, pair of rational irrational must lie there. So every point of Cu is limit point of Q plus IQ, okay, is equal to Cu. Similarly, if I take Q complement plus IQ is closure. If I take Q plus IQ, its complement closure is equal to, if I take just Q complement plus IQ complement like this, or this is your Cu closure is equal to Cu is equal to Cu. Since set of rational numbers, set of irrationals are this one. And therefore Q plus IQ complement or Q complement plus IQ Cu or Q complement plus IQ complement, okay, or Cu are dense in Cu. What is the Cu? Set of complex number with usual metric d of Z1 Z2 is equal to mod of Z1 Z2. That is a metric space. Okay. And therefore, note here Q is countable dense subset of Ru. Countable dense subset of Ru. In Ru. Therefore, Ru is separable metric space. Ru is separable metric space. Again, your Q plus IQ is countable dense subset in Cu. Countable dense subset in Cu. Therefore, your Cu is also separable metric space. Okay. Third, in Rn, your Qn closure is Rn. Say here if I take D2, usual metric, where Qn, Q cross Q is countable subset of, is countable dense set. Therefore, Qn is countable dense set in Rn with respect to usual metric. Usual, or which is also known as Euclidean metric. And therefore, Rn is separable metric space. Separable metric space. If I take, say, LP, for LP 1 less equal P less than infinity is separable metric space. Is separable metric space. 5 L infinity, LP with DP. I have defined what is DP. LP, L infinity with D infinity is not separable metric space. Is not separable metric space. I am giving CAB with D infinity is separable metric space. They have countable dense sets, countable dense subsets. Okay. Now, no here dense sets. No here dense. First in RU, say enclosure interior is equal to n interior is equal to phi, or if A is equal to whole number, set of integers, finite set, okay, empty set, are such that, or Cantor set C, then A closure its interior. You can verify A closure interior is equal to phi, and therefore N W Z finite set, any finite set, empty set, Cantor set are Noethel-Danes in RU. I can extend this for CU. Next example, in R2 D2, okay, that is R2 is xy plane with usual metric or Euclidean metric. In R2 D2, if I take, say, any line L is such that if I take any line L here, if I take its closure, it must be L. In R2 D2, for any line L closure its interior is equal to L interior is equal to. If I take any point outside of L, say P, then I can find distance of that P from L, and then if I take that distance and open sphere about that P with that distance or less than that, that open sphere must lies outside of that line, and therefore every point outside of line is not limit point of L. So only limit points of L are from L. So L closure is equal to L union L dash is equal to L only. Point outside of L is not that. And now for L interior, if I take any point on L and if I take the open sphere, even though it is too small, that open sphere must contain point outside of that line, and therefore that any point on line L is not interior point of L. So L interior is equal to phi. Is it clear? Any line L is such that, okay, and therefore any line in R2, L in R2 D2 or D1 or D infinity is Noethel-Danes. Right. So next one example, phi closure interior is equal to phi interior, it is must be phi So phi is nowhere dense in R2. Note, in any metric space, phi is nowhere dense, and metric space X, and X is dense in X. Empty set is always nowhere dense while whole metric space is always dense in that. In fact, in R2, I explained that Q cross Q closure, Q cross Q closure, this is become R2. Okay. And therefore, Q cross Q closure interior is equal to R2. Therefore, Q cross Q is not nowhere dense. In R2D2. Okay. If I take N cross N, its closure and its interior. Then you can observe this to be N cross N interior, which is equal to phi. And therefore N cross N is nowhere dense in R2D2. Similarly, if I take Z cross Z or any finite set cross N, finite set cross finite set, that sets must be nowhere dense in R2 with respect to usual metric, with respect to usual distance function. Is it clear? Now you can observe, if I take suppose the example that A is equal to A1, A2 dot dot etc. up to N be finite subset of R, then N cross A, what is your N cross A set? Or Z cross A, if I take Z cross A set. What is this? This is set of MAI, okay, M values in Z and AI values in A. Geometrically, what this implies? Geometrically, what this set represent? Okay. M is any integer. M is any integer. Or if I take say R cross, okay, R cross, so this will become X and X belongs to R like this. What is this set? Geometrically, so it is nothing but union of lines, Li, I equal to 1 to N, where Li is line y is equal to AI, So if I x is equal to A1, this is my, y is equal to A1, y is equal to A2, y is equal to a3, and we are getting lines like this. So these are just union of lines, union of finite number of lines, union of finite number of lines. Then this set geometrically is nowhere dense, because if I take closure of this, closure of any line is L itself. Closure of any line is L itself. So closure of, okay, from geometrically, what you get? R cross A its closure is equal to R cross A, and its interior must be phi with respect to visual metric. Visual metric. Either d2d or d infinity, it doesn't matter. So in this way, geometrical visualization plays very important role while discussing whether given sets are dense or nowhere dense. In R3, if I take any finite set, in R3, if I take any finite set, its closure is itself, then its interior is empty set. If I take again line, that line, its closure is again itself, its interior is empty set with respect to visual metric. With respect to visual metric, story is so much different with respect to discrete metric defined on it. In discrete metric space, what happens? We know that every subset of discrete metric space is open as well as closed. Open as well as closed. So if I am taking, say, I am taking discrete metric for those sets. So with respect to discrete metric space, what will be the dense subset of discrete metric space X? It is only X. And what will be nowhere dense subset for discrete metric space? It is only empty set. It is only empty set. There is no any other. Now I am talking about your space R3. In R3, finite sets, then lines, planes, finite union of lines, finite union of planes are nothing but nowhere dense sets. Are nothing but nowhere dense sets. And just by using dense subset, you know that Q is dense, Q complement is dense. You can use that sets to construct the nowhere dense subset of R3 with respect to visual metric. Okay. So with the discussion, today we will stop our session for dense and nowhere denseness. Only take one exercise. What is the exercise? Let XD be metric space, so that phi is only one subset of X, which is nowhere dense, in X. And second, X is only one dense subset of X. So this is exercise for you. So with this discussion, today we will stop our session. Thanks for listening lecture carefully. Bye bye.